This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. Go to the link in the description below so they know that I sent you. So before we get started on this next draft, which is a best of 3 traditional Ravnica Allegiance draft, I want to remind everyone my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you're here on Twitch, do me a favor, click on their logo below on the panels, check out their store. You can find lots of great stuff there. And if you're on YouTube, you can click on the link in the description below. All right. So we'll jump in. Yeah, I definitely think War of the Spark will have uncommon planeswalkers. Kind of think it's... yeah. So, Simic Ascendancy I don't love. It's a little clunky. I mean, it's great in some situations. It's also gold. I think it's better to just take the monocolored premium removal spell, though. Grotesque Demise is pretty nice. I doubt we'll see them at common just because they're too complicated and it wouldn't fit with their idea, but I think also it's kind of like legendary creatures. They like to put them at uncommon in some sets, but they've never put them at common, so I don't think they will. So yeah, we'll take Grotesque Demise. Okay, so Flames of the Raised Boar can be really great. That's for sure. Like, it's a great removal spell. It's actually possible to trigger the do 2 damage part of it. Imperious Oligarch is good, but I really think Flames of the Raised Boar might be better. Lord Addy, I'm not a big fan of Angelic Exaltation. It's too situational. I think we take the Flames. I mean, it has so much upside. The Oligarch's great, but let's see if we can make Flames work. Okay, so we have Clamor Shaman and Get the Point. Clamor Shaman's great, but Get the Point is a great removal spell. We're going to start with 3 removal spells. So we'll see what happens. So there's a Grasping Thrall here. There's also a Scorch Mark. Both are pretty attractive. Should we take a 4th removal spell and sort of be in Rakdos, most likely? Or should we take Grasping Thrall? Our first 4 picks being removal spells doesn't seem like a bad thing. Whoa. Oh, I picked it. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but it did give me my Scorch Mark. So Blade Juggler's pretty great. That's, I think, where we go here. Okay. Probably Plague White. You know, Rakdos Guildgate is interesting, but Plague White's a nice 2-drop. I like it more than Undercity Scavenger most of the time. Okay, so Footlight Fiend's solid. So is Rebel Slinger. I think I might like the Fiend more. There's also a Roustabout. Like, these 3 cards are pretty comparable. I think I'll go with the Fiend. I've liked him a reasonable amount. Yeah, here we'll go Burning Tree Vandal. So it looks like we're probably Rakdos. We'll see. You know, that could change. Sentinel's Mark is pretty good to still be here. I don't like either of these red cards. Like, I hope to never play either of them, basically. So I think I'm going to take the Sentinel's Mark here and see what happens. Okay, here's a Dagger Caster that came back. We also have the Oligarch still here. But I think we're liking what we see in red-black right now. So far, it doesn't actually look like a very aggressive Rakdos deck. It looks like another thing entirely. But yeah, I'll take Dagger Caster. Right now we have 2 creatures who are good with Blade Brand, so that's good to keep in mind. Okay. Alright, well this pack is an interesting one. We've got Priest of Forgotten Gods. Man, this pack is so strong. We've got Mortify, Skewer the Critics, Scorch Mark, Rakdos Guildgate. I mean, that's not really first pickable, but I think Skewer, Scorchmark, Mortify, and Priest of Forgotten Gods are all cards you feel good about first picking. I think we take the Skewer. The Guild Mage is nice. Maybe it wheels. Mortify's nice, but we'd need fixing. I think we go for the Skewer. Take another Grotesque Demise. Yeah. We're just a control deck. We need to find a win condition of some kind. You know, like Ill-Gotten Inheritance. This would be the right place for it, for sure. This is a strong pack, too. So Right now, we're not doing a very good job. Like, if you end up in Gruul is where Flames of the Raised Boar is easy to abuse. And right now, we don't have any way to trigger it. I guess our big 5/2 that we didn't take might be worth taking with Flames of the Raised Boar. But this has a similar effect where if you have a big creature, you get an extra effect. Ill-Gotten Inheritance and Juggler are both really good. I think I'm leaning towards Juggler. We do need a win condition, but, you know, Blade Juggler is nice to draw cards with and whatnot. Another Skewer? How much removal are we going to get? Another Skewer? Okay. We have all the removal. That's the answer. Right, let's take a Death Touch creature. We're definitely an Ill-Gotten Inheritance, a deck seeking Ill-Gotten Inheritance now. I'll take Goblin Gathering on the off chance we can make that work. Okay, so there's another Scorch Mark. There's also a Rebel Belt Recluse. Having a big guy come down in the late game seems pretty good. Alright, here I think we take a Guildgate. We'll take a Maka here, though I don't think we'll be playing it. Another Footlight Fiend or another Goblin Gathering. I think the Fiend. I'm not a big Drill Bit fan. I may just take the Guildgate on the chance that we can splash something here. Drill Bit's an okay sideboard card, though. Alright, I think another big guy is a good call. We need... He can be our finisher in a pinch, so... Okay, Rixmati Reveler is really good. We also have an Ill-Gotten Inheritance, but it's hard to say no to Rixmati Reveler. Especially when it won't be that difficult for us to cast its Spectacle, which draws you 3 cards, basically. So yeah, I think we take the Reveler here. Would not mind picking up some Inheritance. Okay, so we got a mediocre 2-drop here in the Ignis. I think we're already good on mediocre 2-drops. Maybe I just take another Rakdos Guildgate to make our mana better. We could still kind of end up in a Gruul deck depending on what we see. Because red is definitely the most open. Yeah, Grudion is attractive too. I guess we don't have a lot of reason to take a Guildgate. Thank you for the follow, Gekjister. Probably not pronouncing that right, but that was an attempt. Yeah, we'll go Grudion. Okay, so Burning Tree Vandal and Plague White. Vandal can help us dig through our deck for things. Plague White is a nice early attacker. I think I'd rather have another Plague White. Man, this makes me wish I'd taken a bunch of gates. So I don't think we're especially desperate for another Footlight Fiend or Consigned to the Pit. Yeah, I think here taking the gate's probably the right place to go on the off chance we see something we really want to splash. Right, so is that no, it's our second Goblin Gathering. So maybe we want Spear Spewer. With all the burn we have, I think Spear Spewer is a legit way for us to win the game, even though we don't have a lot of creatures. But, yeah, we can do a bunch of damage out of nowhere. So I think I like it. Okay, now I think we take an Ill-Gotten Inheritance, too. Yeah, I mean, Rubble Slinger's nice, but I think maybe another Guildgate is just going to be better. So good for our mana that we want it. Okay, well, I like Rakdos Trumpeter a reasonable amount. I'm glad to pick one up late here. So, Recluse number 3. You know, the Recluses do work well. They're basically our only way of making Flames of the Raised Boar better. And, you know, we don't have too many high drops, I don't think, so we'll take a Recluse. Where have the Blade Brands been, huh? So now we'll take an Ignis. Alright, now we're going to start. I haven't had to buy gems again yet, but if this doesn't go well, we will. If this draft does not go well, we will. And Goblin Gathering. I think this deck looks pretty solid. Honestly, I don't think it looks as good as our last deck, but it looks pretty good. We have miles and miles of removal. We don't need either of these Guildgates, so we'll chuck those out. So I don't think we need Gravelhide Goblin at all. You know, Thirsting Shade in a deck like this, where we have billion removal spells, it's not a great win condition, but it can do the job if you can kill everything. Same time, I mean, yeah. So I think we cut our Feral Mockup before we cut Thirsting Shade. Probably our Wrecker, too. It doesn't really impress me. But yeah, then I think we probably go to Shade. Daggercaster is not going to be special in our main board because we don't have Blade Brand. So I think I cut Daggercaster. It's a good sideboard card. Yeah, Ignis isn't great. Footlight Fiend also isn't great. I think maybe that's where we go. I mean, the Fiend's fine, and if we'd gotten Blade Brand, I'd be all over it, but we didn't. So I think I cut, yeah, the Fiend and the Ignis. I think Spear Spewer is a legit win condition for a deck with Ill-Gotten Inheritance and 3 Skewer the Critics. Like, it can just win us the game out of nowhere. So, yeah. You know, Rubble Belt Recluse is another one of our win conditions, too. Because if we can just kill stuff, get stuff out of the way, and bash with him, he's going to do some serious work. So, yeah. I think this is our deck. I think we do need 17 lands because of Flames of the Raised Boar and Recluse and get the point. Alright. Another Inheritance would have been nice, but, you know, I think taking the Blade Juggler over it was probably a good idea. My cat's insisting on being in my lap. Alright, we will play first. Ugh. Right, that's much more reasonable. Burning Tree Vandal can come in handy if we desperately need to draw something. I don't think we want that land. We want something else to do early. Ooh, they have fancy sleeves. They've done the upgrade thing. I think we probably just play the Vandal as a 3-2. Yeah. She is happy. She is a happy cat. Right, I think I'm going to attack here. If they take the damage, we can play Rubble Belt Recluse. If they don't, we can play Blade Juggler if they do take the damage. And yeah, we'll discard a Swamp here. Nice. Don't mind the Rixmati Reveler. Okay. So I think we probably play the Reveler too. I mean, it's obviously way better to play it when you can cast it for Spectacle, but I think just playing a 2-2 here that lets us rummage is worth it. So that's what we're going to do. A couple rummages here. And we'll discard the Swamp. Alright. Of course, you know, if we don't get hit a 5th land for Rubble Belt Recluse, we're going to regret discarding those 2 lands. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we need to kill that. The question is whether I want to try to wait to kill it until they try to adapt it. But that also means they could have counter magic. I think it's probably better to just do it now. Obviously, like, ideally, using it when they adapt is good, but they can play around it enough that I think just getting in for 2 there was worth it. Alright. Yeah, we discarded those 5th lands. Right about now, those Rubble Belt Recluses would be nice. Oh, yeah. That's no fun. Interesting they didn't want to kill it. Yeah, they meant to kill it. I was going to say, you could have just taken it down. They have so much mana. Worries me a bit. attack with everything. Could be another Fairy Duelist. Right, so we finally got Spectacle going. Playing around Quench or Thought Collapse doesn't sound like a terrible plan. So I think I'm going to try to do this. Right, looks like it worked out for us. It's interesting they don't want to crack their locket. Are they just that flooded out? Is that what's going on? They could easily have another Fairy Duelist, yeah. Yep. Oh god, I hope they don't have a Crassus. I'm sure... Well, he's gonna survive too, huh? Huge mash manipulation. That's always fun to deal with. See what they grab here. Combine Guild Mage. Doesn't do a lot on their board right now. I kind of think we hold on to Scorchmark. Because... yeah. I could Scorchmark this out of the way and attack, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, if this second Recluse resolves, we're in pretty good shape. It might not. No, looks like it's happening. I think Recluse will probably most frequently be what wins us games in this deck. We do have 3 of them after all. So now we probably do Scorchmark the Guild Mage here. 2-4. Well, I guess I could wait till they declare blocks. It could be worth it. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's attack and see what happens. Because if they try to take down one Rubble Belt Recluse here, Scorchmark breaks up the situation. I kill the Guild Mage or the Wayfinder, and yeah. They might also just chump block. Okay. We'll use that to kill the Duelist. And I think I'm just gonna do this because if they make enough bad stuff could happen there that I want to get rid of it. And the smaller their board is, the harder time they're going to have dealing with, you know, these big boys. Oh my god. You guys were right. Oh man. That is not good. Can you believe that just happened? Oh, God, this is my life lately. Oh, man. Alright. We're gonna kill one of you. Double skewer on my own guy? Sure. If we're gonna win this, it's what we're gonna have to do. And that means we're pretty much dead. Yeah, there's no way out of this. Oh, man. That is frustrating. Why? Yep. Yep. I can't. I just don't have any. I don't have any words. Yeah, salt indeed. It takes. I mean, it takes a streak of bad things happening to me for me to get salty. One thing happening doesn't do it. But it's been a pretty nice. It's been a pretty nice streak lately. Yeah, mass manipulation's insane. That much is true. We almost found our way out of that. If they hadn't had a counterspell, we both would have been in top deck mode. It's like we drew really well to get out of the situation to begin with. Like, we were kind of lucky there, but our opponent... Oh, come on. Okay, I can accept this. I can accept this. Yeah, I think we are happy with one land on top of our library here. Oh, good. Why does everybody have bombs? Everyone I play. I'm a whiner. I am a whiner. I can't help it. My life has been... My magic life has been difficult lately. We do have lots and lots of ways to kill the Sphinx. We don't have any right now, but, you know, we do have them, so... You know, that matters. I think we'll probably Spewer at the end of their turn. And then on our turn, so we can play Blade Juggler. Yeah, I still think we play the Juggler. Oh, I was like, what? I forgot I have to do this again. Okay. Not too shabby. Does that mean they're desperate for lands? I hope so. Alright, so... Because there's not very... Oh, I should have Spewered. Because there's not very much pressure on us, I think we try to play Ill-Gotten Inheritance here. And not even try, we will play it. It also sets up all of our cards with Spectacle, even though the Spewer does too. I mean, we do have a big Rubble Belt Recluse, if nothing else. Okay, so I think we just play our big Recluse here while we can. Hopefully they play a blocker who we can skewer out of the way. That would be a blocker I can skewer out of the way if it comes to that. You would think it... I kind of feel like it will. Yeah, it does. Right. So... We'll Spear Spewer here. We will... Skewer. Attack for 6. Damn, I did this the other day too. I paid... I paid the full amount for my stupid Skewer the Critics. That's frustrating. Because I'm an idiot, mostly, Zach Sherman. I've done that twice. I did it on Thursday's stream, too. Oh, God. It makes such a big difference. Wow. Oh, man. Man. I am not happy. Alright. Okay, we can still get there is the good news because of this. We're not completely toast. If only my juggler was actually already in play. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play land and Grudian. The land gives us enough to ill-gotten inheritance, steal a victory here. Yeah, we need our Spewer to do 1 damage. And then they lose 1 on our upkeep, and then we sack ill-gotten inheritance for the win. Alright, Frilled Mystics on top. I think that's a little too late. There's not much they could have that saves them here. Like, there's not life gain in their color pair. And we don't even have to cast a spell. Oh, you know what there is a 3 mana 3/2 that gains them 2 life. So there is life gain that they could play right now, and that would... That's basically the only card that can save them. So they probably have it. They probably have what they need. Okay, good. Oh, that would have been bad. I miss Dominaria. It's definitely a better format than this one, but I like this one. Obviously, I've played 50 plus drafts in it. Okay, so we got to win this one. Or the salt may become very intense. They keep stealing our poor Rebel Bell Recluses. They don't deserve that. I don't think I updated the number of drafts when I updated this earlier. Yeah, Repudiate would have been nasty. It's one of the few times where it actually makes sense to use it in this format instead of the make a copy of your creature half of it. that 3-mana 3/2 that gains 2 life is something I've sided in before against Ill-Gotten Inheritance and had it be pretty great. Because if you can just throw off that race a little bit, it seems like a lot of the times Ill-Gotten Inheritance just barely gets you there, you know, and gaining 2 life can be enough to just defeat Ill-Gotten Inheritance. It's a good hand. Creature with Menace into Blade Juggler is pretty nice. Hopefully. We got that nonsense again. Not good news for us. Yeah, they have the Sphinx, and they have Mass Manipulation. Such a joy to play against. Luckily, like I said, we do have lots and lots of ways to kill this. Or at least several. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, Sphinx of Foresight's nice. I have had weirdly mediocre results when I've played it, but it's mostly a fluke, I think. So this is going to be kind of a pain, I think. This game is... Right, they needed an island. They got it, though. It would be nice to be able to get in here and play Blade Juggler, but at least you can play the Grudian if that doesn't happen. There's the card that could have saved them last time. Alright, so yeah, we'll just play our Grudian. Here comes the Sphinx. Interesting. I think I'm going to attack with my Trumpeter here. I don't think they... I think they probably just take it, given the situation. But if I can do one to Sphinx of Foresight and finish it off with Skewer the Critics, I'm for that, you know. Has Menace, so... they either have to lose their Wayfinder or have 1 damage done to the Sphinx, and then we can Skewer it. That's what we're really hoping they do. It's unlikely. Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. Right, so we do the 1 damage there. Let's play our Blade Juggler. And then I think I Skewer the Wayfinder. Or not the Wayfinder, the Brush Strider. Wow. Hold on a second. Did I try to do it again? Good thing I didn't play it first. Alright. So, yeah, we got to try to race them here. If they attack with their Sphinx, I think we have a chance to do that. Assuming they don't play other scary creatures. Sounds like some good charity, Zach Sherman. Alright, so... I think we just attack with everything here. We're going to find out if they have Thought Collapse. We haven't seen it so far. How likely is it that they just steal our Recluse on their turn? Pretty good. It's pretty likely. We do have the Grudian again, but we lose our best creature and another creature, and we'll lose enough tempo there that they can just race us and win. We do have another Recluse, I guess. That does make a difference. So they only need 1 more mana and they can steal 2 creatures, so that's something to keep in mind. I don't think we can really try to play around it. Because if we do, there's a great chance that we get outraced. We just have to hope they don't have it to win this game. I mean, if they have it, we're going to lose the game. Interesting. Fairy Duelist. Not too much of a surprise when we know they have it. Okay, so everyone's going to attack here. Yeah, we really have to hope they don't have mass manipulation again. Because if they do, we're toast. But if they don't have it, we have a very real chance of winning the game. Ah, man. Man. If I don't... Yeah, can I still win if I try to play around it, though? I mean, I guess I can. I can kill most blockers they can play, like Fairy Duelist, for example. But I feel like if I don't keep my foot on the gas pedal here, there's a very real chance I lose control of this game because they... You know, I'm on a 3-turn clock. Oh, man. I think we have to drop it and pray. I mean, the probability says they don't have it in their hand. And I think we have to go with that and hope that we can make this... that they don't have it. I mean, that's really, I think, all we can do. If we don't play the Recluse, there's a chance we lose. Yeah, I mean, I can sort of win. We know they have Fairy Duelist, so I'm not going to win next turn. They also have the opportunity to draw 2 cards at the end of my turn. This is a hard choice. Yeah, I think we need to play the Recluse too. That's where I'm gonna go. If they can steal it, we lose. If they can't, we win. I think we just have to hope. We just have to hope. You know, there's less than a 50% chance that they have it. But if they do... Well, they don't have 4 blue, actually. They don't have 4 blue. That makes a world of difference. Not having 4 blue there is great news. Now they have it, so next turn they may be able to get us. But... All right, everybody. So we can Grotesque Demise the Duelist out of the way, and I think that probably just wins us the game. 12, yeah. Unless they have a way to save their Duelist. Okay. Well, that's not good. That is not good. Go block the big guy and go to 4 here. We still have a chance, but, you know, there's a good chance with all the scrying they've been doing that they have mass manipulation now. And they have 4 blue mana now. So... Well, if they steal my creatures... they are tapped. So it wouldn't automatically win them the game or anything. And we'd be able to swing potentially for lethal. So I think we might be in a good place overall. We put enough pressure on them that I think maybe we're going to get there. Do they steal an untapped creature and a tapped creature? No. That's interesting. That should be game then. Right? We've got Menace. So yeah, we'll pump this. Whew. That was a tightrope of a game, pretty much the whole time. And we got there in the end. Oh. We got owned by mass manipulation in game 1. Man, that was a difficult one. Yeah, they actually probably should have stolen my untapped creature and a tapped to have the best chance of surviving, because then, like, they could have left their Sphinx back and blocked one of the things, and they could have used my Death Touch creature to block something else, and they would have gone to, like, what, 1? Well, I guess I would have still had my Recluse, so the Recluse... But it could just be blocked by the Death Touch creature. I don't know. They weren't in a good shape either way, but I think maybe stealing an untapped creature would have been better instead of the, you know, bigger, better creature. This is a good hand. This streaming, in the morning before the big tournaments get started works pretty well. Like, the first couple hours I get my most viewers ever, and then, you know, the count drops down in the last hour, but it's still nice for the first couple hours to be so populated. But yeah, I've had 60 plus subscribers, 60 plus viewers a couple times during, if I'm playing in this time. Okay, well, that's annoying. I think I'd probably just play my Vandal and don't attack. People seem to forget it has Menace sometimes, too, with the Trumpeter. Oh, good. That's great. At least your Sage's Row Savant got worse. That's always fun. Okay. And we can kill that thing if we want to. Yeah, so we're just going to attack with both. I could loot. I could, like, chuck a Rubble Belt Recluse into our graveyard, which might not be the worst plan. I don't hate this plan. I think holding onto the removal is probably more important. Yeah. Okay. They don't have any good blocks. I think I'm just gonna play Groody in here, and I know I'm gonna take a bunch, but I can kill it at some point, for the courier, that is. Oh good, another one. Yeah, so this is just going to be a straight-up race. And unfortunately, if I didn't draw a land, so I can't really add to the board. I guess I could get rid of my other Rubble Belt Recluse, potentially. It's not the worst plan. Oh, and if I do damage, I have a skewer for 1 at least. So that's good. So we'll go ahead and Grotesque it out of the way. So, should I discard my other Rubble Belt Recluse? I don't think I can make myself do it. I mean, we're 1 mana away from it, so I don't think I'm going to do it this time. So, now the question is, do we hold on to Skewer, or do we knock this blocker out of the way? Dang. Should I Skewer this blocker now for 1 mana? Well, I can, or do I hold on to it to do lethal? So let's do some math here. So if next turn this is still the only blocker they have, yeah, I think holding on to it makes sense. Especially, like, you know, if I draw a 5th land, I have all kinds of options, so... Yeah, give that vigilance. It's a bit of a problem. They might attack me for 5 here. That would be aggressive, yeah. That's what they're doing. I really need to draw mana for Get the Point to have the best shot here. Okay, we didn't, but we can at least play something. Yeah, if we need to in our second main phase. And, so I think we just attack. Yeah, they could have a counterspell for sure, but it doesn't really matter because... I mean, it doesn't affect our decision-making because we have to win here anyway or die, basically. So, you know. I mean, I guess we don't completely have to win, but pretty close. Okay. That's true. I can actually play all 3 of these. That's a good call. Good call, Philip. Good call. I think playing the Fiend is actually kind of a big deal here, is the thing. So... not Spectacle. Yeah, I am going to probably skewer the bird. The thing is, though, if I skewer them now and play Footlight Fiend, Footlight Fiend kills them one way or another, basically. There's not really a way out. But I think skewering the bird probably is our best bet, though. So we have to discard here, by the way. It's not an option. I think I'm going to discard the Recluse. Inheritance. Alright, so yeah, we're going to skewer the bird. Actually, first we'll play Footlight Fiend. See if we can draw out a counterspell for it. Ooh, we do. That's good news. All right. Thanks, chat. You guys helped me out there, especially Philip. Because I didn't even think about playing the Rixmati. All right, we really need a 5th land. Okay, that should just give us lethal. Does that give us the lethal? We got there. Okay. Daggercaster didn't seem especially good here, I don't think. Nah. I think we just roll with what we have. Having this much removal has been pretty great. I don't know if I've drafted this much removal in a long time. We have an absurd amount of it. We did, I think our first 4 picks were all removal. Okay, with opponent going first, I think this is a fine keep. We also have this combo. Granted, that also means we have a 5 and a 6 in our hand, but I think that's probably okay. Although drawing another 5 there was less than ideal. Less than ideal. Okay, so we really want to draw a third land so we can set up our Blade Juggler. This might get quenched, actually. Yeah, it does. We need a third land. Keeping 2 landers has been dangerous for us so far. Okay, well, that'll actually help. It's not a land, but it might help us find a land. Discard a Recluse. Okay, it found us a Skewer. Yeah, we've been punished for 2-card, 2-land hands. That's what I'm trying to say. Crap. I was really hoping I'd draw a third land so I could just skewer the Skatewing Spy. Ugh. At least you drew a 2-drop, but there's like no way they would have taken it if I attacked. They would have just blocked, and our guy would have died. I think that's the most likely thing our opponent would have done. My goodness. Okay. Apparently I should not keep 2-land hands. Yeah, we just need a third land and we're in business. You can play all 5 of these cards with 3 mana. They're still short of mana from adapting this, so hopefully we can still kill it before oh, God. Well, having this slow of a start and then your opponent slamming a Gate Colossus is not really the way you want to go. Why would you not attack? Oh, good. It's tapped. I think we're just dead. We would have to draw really impressively. They can even adapt this stupid thing now, so... Yeah. So they attack us for 5 plus 8. That's 13 that I can't block. I'm surprised they don't just want to attack with their Courier. It's not like I can do anything. Noxious Grudian being a 2/2 is really disappointing right now. Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, variance has helped us too. But it does seem like we're having more of the negative kind. Wish I had a way to kill Gate Colossus. I mean, I do, and get the point. Do I not have a Consign to the Pit? Did I cut it? No, I didn't. Yeah, I guess I didn't take one. It would be pretty useful right now. We have a lot of removal, but in terms of cards that can destroy Gate Colossus, it's pretty much just get the point. So... that's less than ideal, I think. Oh boy. This is a 2-land hand, and we've been punished by those so far, but removal is pretty great, and if we draw... oh, I think we probably have to mulligan it. Well, maybe not. These 2-card hands have just gone so poorly. 2-land hands, 2-card hands would definitely go poorly. Don't keep. Yeah, it's... I think this would normally be a keep. But maybe it's a knee-jerk reaction to how things have gone, but we're going to mulligan it. All right, this is definitely better. Yeah, we want to draw that third land so that we can play a turn 3 Burning Tree Vandal, and it may even be able to have haste. I mean, you know, if there's another land under it too, it's not a big deal, because that means then we can play Ill-Gotten Inheritance. So, that could all work out pretty well. What we want? Yeah, so I think we probably just Scorch Mark that. And then, yeah, we'll Scorch Mark the Savant. Okay, Reveler will also help us rummage, potentially. Well, not potentially, since it makes us do it. We'll play the Vandal here with the +1/+1 counter. How many owls do they have? Ooh, they're stuck. Okay, so I think I'm going to rummage here. We really need a 4th land. Okay. Maybe we just rummage with our Reveler. Although, if I can hit a 5th land here... What should I discard, though? These cards are all things I want. It might just be get the point. We have ways to kill... So many ways to kill small creatures in our deck. And if I can hit a land and slam Ill-Gotten Inheritance here, I think we're in really good shape. I'm going to do it. Okay, we didn't do it. But we can play the Reveler... and discard the Fiend. Okay, well, that could have gone better, but it didn't go terribly. Okay, so... hopefully they don't have Quench. Right? Okay, well, they definitely don't have Quench. Right, let's play... our Inheritance. Inheritance, when they're not able to hit a 3rd land, is pretty savage for them. I think they drew a 3rd land, finally. Alright, so we're going to Blade Juggle. Play Rakdos Guildgate and end our turn. Another land. We really don't want to see a Gate Colossus. I can tell you that much. So we can Demise and Juggler here? Yeah, so we'll play the Blade Juggler first. Yeah, and then we'll play Demise. What we don't want to see is Gate Colossus. Like, that would be a huge problem. But I'm hoping we have them at low enough life by then that it won't matter if he can attack us a couple times. He only costs 5 right now, so there's a chance. Yeah, there was a chance they could have played him. Yeah, Recluse would be good. Alright, so... yeah, then we just play Plague White and Grudian. 5th lane Gate Colossus would not be ideal, but it looks like that's not what they have. Ooh, interesting, interesting. I think we hold on to it for the burn. Yeah, they're like pretty much dead anyway, aren't they? Yeah, you can block my Reveler if you want. That's probably not actually the right move, because I know it's doing no damage, because if I had dead Revels and could get that back, also, that would be a flavor win. The opponent would be in some trouble. Okay. So yeah, we don't have the mana to Skewer and Ill-Gotten Inheritance here, so we do have to wait. Alright. Our opponent struggling with mana there was definitely a key to our victory. You know, things even out. In the long run. Variance evens out. Alright. Starting 2-0 is nice. It's been a bit since... Actually, that's not true. In ranked draft, we had several that started out as 3-0, and then we just got destroyed 3 games in a row, so... Waiting on our opponent. Indeed. Okay, I mean, I think this is a keep. We've got a 1-drop this time, and we're at a place again where if we just draw a 3rd land, things will be fine. I've said that several times, and it hasn't worked out, but here it has. Since I don't have a turn 2 play anyway, I think playing the land here and then Rakdos Guildgate next turn is better. Oh, the land and Footlight Fiend, I mean. Oh. Now we do actually have a turn 2 play, but we can do it anyway, so. Alright, so play our Guildgate, play our Spewer, which might get quenched, but if we're going to get something quenched, it's not a big deal. If it's that. Are we playing another High Alert deck? Are we playing the same High Alert deck? Okay. So they could easily be holding up counter magic here. Fairy Duelist also a possibility. Do I play around the counter magic here? I don't think so. If they want to counter Noxious Grudian, we're okay with that too, I think. Yeah. I'm less okay with my Reveler and my Blade Juggler going to the graveyard, but what are you going to do, you know? Yeah, they needed to counter all that stuff because they're having a very slow start, and we're not really punishing them for it. But our opponent does essentially have 6 less life, and we have a bunch of removal, so we're in pretty good shape. Wow. Very slow start. What are they trying to do? There's our 5th land, so we can cast all the removal in our hand. (7-2) and then 0-3's not a bad day. All right. So we're gonna try to Grotesque Demise. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, he probably has manipulation too. So let's see if there's another counter spell. Doesn't look like it. Hey. That'll be nice. Another creature is always nice. Well, those are 2 things I don't really want to see. I can attack with Burning Tree Vandal and use Get the Point if they double block. And if they don't double block, I can use Skewer to kill this. That all seems pretty reasonable to me, so I'm going to attack. We're not going to do this, though. I think using Get the Point here for a 2-for-1 is probably a good plan if they decided to double block. If they don't decide to double block, well, as they did not, I think maybe we just play our Rubble Belt Recluse. Yeah. They might get to draw a card off the sneak, but I think that's okay. They're not going to definitely do that. All right. So, maybe we do the same thing, huh? Attack with everything. Well, with Recluse and Vandal. I could just skewer the Gateway Sneak before combat, I guess. But I think we have more potential here for just attacking like this. Do I discard Plague White? I don't think so. Another creature could be useful right about now. Alright, so they're just going to single block, but that means we can skewer the Sneak in our second main phase, which We could actually skewer both. We could also hold on to skewers to kill them. They are at 9. Yeah, but I think we probably use it to kill the sneak. See if that resolves. It does. So I think I do play Plague White here and leave up mana for, well, hold on to my skewer to maybe do lethal instead of trying to kill the courier here. Yeah. Alright, killed the big boy. Well, that's annoying. But not a huge deal. So I think we probably use Get the Point to get Senate Courier out of the way here. Yeah, so I want it out of the way because it can actually kill my creatures in combat. Okay, well, so much for that plan. Yeah, we're just going to attack with Burning Tree Vandal. We're not going to discard anything, though. We might be in trouble now. Not skewering earlier may have been a mistake. I guess attacking with the Fiend could have at least helped me kill the wall. That could have been worth it. Both our Rebel Belt Recluses and our Ill-Gotten... And, oh, we have a third one. But we are pretty low on win conditions right now, remaining in our deck. We just have to try to win with these guys, I think. Which is possible, but they're getting card advantage the later this game goes. That'll help. So now I definitely think we attack with Vandal. You know, I should be attacking with Plague White. It gets -1/-1, so the Courier can't block and kill it. That was a dumb mistake, but I think we attack with everything here. And we decline. Now, the Courier can block it and survive, sort of. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, less than ideal. Okay, so which do we want to kill? Oh, we can't kill either, can we? No. The only good news is that I can play Blade Juggler now. I don't think I need to skewer the fairy right now. My creatures can all attack into it, no problem. Yeah, we'll end our turn. But yeah, it's definitely gotten harder than we would like to try to take them down. High Alert showing up right about now would be fun, wouldn't it? So much fun. Well, second opponent to have mass manipulation, as somebody predicted. Oh. We were so close, but now we are so far. Kill our creature. End our turn. Come on. We've already beaten mass manipulation twice today. Why are you making us do it again? Alright, so I was going to say, I think I would trade with my Footlight Fiend and just have these kill each other and hope we just draw all gas. That's like the only way we could win right about now. Is to draw all the gas in the world. No, that doesn't hurt. Yeah, we have one Recluse left. That's true. Good news is they still haven't drawn high alert. So, you know, if they have that, if they draw that, we're just dead. As is, we can actually kind of... Our Reveler's in our graveyard, too. He would be great right now, but he's dead, yeah. Do we have a dead Revels? I don't know that we picked one up. I kind of wish I had. Thank you for the follow, Waleed Kilan. Hoopo with its fingers crossed. That's a good idea. Hey! There's this guy. He's at least going to cause some problems, but our opponent has so many creatures with high toughness over there, it's not like he just like wins us the game or anything. Unless our next draw is Flames of the Razeboar. Even then, it probably won't win us the game outright, but it would make things really difficult for our opponent. Our Flames of the Razeboar is still in our deck, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Well. It's not like I can block anything on the ground anyway. Trumpeter's not even worth attacking with. We can skewer to finish off something here. Oh. That's actually pretty good for them. Yeah, block and kill my Plague White. I see. See what you're doing. That's the smart thing to do. Yeah, we're just getting into our turn. You're definitely going to kill us with damage before you mill us out, I would guess. Alright, we go to 6 here. Might have to kill that duelist to slow down the race. Oh, God. So much for that plan. 8, 9, yeah. On the off chance they let damage through, we can kill them, but I don't know that... I don't see why they would. But I think it's our only way to find a win here. I mean, leaving a blocker back doesn't make any difference. I can double pump it, but I can't skewer. So, yeah. They do have to block here. At least the Recluse. And then we still... 2, 3, 4... We still could have another turn, maybe? Yeah, so because I have to block, we will probably get another turn. Okay, so I think we want to kill one of those couriers. And the persistent petitioner. Yeah, we can kill both of them. So I guess we should. Yeah. Oh, no, we can't. What kind of math was I doing? That is a good question. But we don't die now, so there's that. Flames of the Razeboar doesn't bail us out here, even. Yeah, it's not going to do it. I guess we might as well attack, and if they make a mistake, we can win. But they're not going to make a mistake. Yeah, they would have had to take it, basically. For a second there, I thought they might, like, All right. Game like that makes me wish I had a Rubble thing. The 3 mana, 2/3 with reach. So Menace seems pretty good against them, but I don't know that I want to cut anything. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, Ignis could be interesting, I guess. There were lots of situations where getting a blocker out of the way would have been great, but... Right, I think this is a keep despite all the lands, just because we have a 2-drop and a removal spell. We do definitely want to draw some non-lands here. Yeah, they're a straight-up mill deck, even though I think they're going to have more success killing people with damage than they will with Screaming Shield and the like. No, I did not get a Clamor Shaman. I took... What did I take over it? I can't really remember. I know there was a decision, though. I think I took a Skewer over it. Yeah, I'll play this Guildgate. End our turn. Clamor Shaman would be nice against this opponent, especially. Ooh, they're having a difficult start. Unfortunately, we're not punishing it that much, and I'm not sure I want to play my Rixmati Reveler here. Because before long, my hand will be empty, and the Reveler will be able to pull me ahead in the game in terms of cards and everything. I mean, maybe it's the right thing to do. Nah. We're just going to end our turn. We can play around Quench a little bit because we can wait for them to play a creature, and we can use Grotesque Demise, you know, kind of like that. Yeah, I think holding the Reveler to reload is exactly what I want to do, Zach. I think that we're in agreement there. Stick a Screaming Shield on it. It would get out of range of some stuff, but we could Grotesque Demise it, which would be kind of hilarious. Okay. We attack. So there's a good chance they have Thought Collapse here. But because we have a backup Rubble Belt Recluse, I think I'm willing to run this one out there and check to see if they do have it. Yeah, or Quench. So if they equip Fairy Duelist here, I think we're pretty happy. Because I can just play Rubble Belt Recluse without being worried. It looks like that's what they're thinking about based on their hovering. Okay, they did tap out, and that works for me. So it's still pretty much a free attack because this won't have any power when it blocks, so it's still going to attack. I mean, obviously, it has flying too, so... Yeah, alright, so... That's fine with me. Then we play Rubble Belt. The big boy. So if they move this onto something, we can Grotesque Demise, and it'll be pretty ugly for them. If they do that and we draw a third land, I'd probably play this with haste, too. I think I would be inclined to do that. Okay, we did draw another land. So yeah, we can... yeah. Tricky thing, yeah, no, yeah, we still Grotesque Demise. Yeah, and then attack with everything. Then we can Skewer the Duelist instead of playing the Vandal, which is what I was considering doing. It's probably still better to play the Vandal. So potentially next turn, we can attack with everything, use Skewer, and play Rixmati Reveler with Spectacle. Oh yeah. That's probably where we're headed. Flames of the Rage board is nice too, but I think we can hold on to that in case things go south for us. Yeah. All right. Okay. On to game 3. Yeah, I still don't really see any reason to change anything. Yeah, we were in super great shape in that game. We had multiple ways we could win if things didn't quite go our way. I do love that Rixmati Reveler card. It's the kind of card that I think has a really great design for limited because as a 2-mana 2/2 that rummages, it's already a good card, and then adding the spectacle cost makes it a really good card. Like, I think it's kind of underrated by people still, but in the late game, it basically costs 1 more mana than Ancestral Recall and gives you a creature and still draws you 3 cards. Granted, you can't just use it whenever you want, but I mean, you can, but especially if you don't have things in your hand that are going to help you. But I like the card. The design of the card's really cool, and I like it a lot. All right, I think this is a keep. Multiple 5s in the opening hand aren't ideal. Our opponent has so many flyers that it's kind of frustrating. Oh, that's pretty good. A good chance it gets quenched. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to play our Grudion, who matches up pretty well with Senate Courier because it can attack through it, unlike a lot of things. Them and their Locket. I mean, obviously they run the Locket because of, what's it called? Who's it? Mass Manipulation. So I'm going to play Blade Juggler here. On the off chance we draw a Skewer, yeah, we would want to leave the red mana up, which is why I did that. So we've got Grotesque Demise. Mass Manipulation is what we're really afraid of here, yeah. All right. So I think just Grotesque Demise on Courier, attack with both of these is the best plan. You can have another Quench, I guess. Yeah, they don't, though. In a weird way, we're also sort of playing around Mass Manipulation. Sorry, probably Noxious Grudion, yeah. Because we're not playing any big creatures, but I mean, eventually we'll have to. So, yeah. We probably have to this turn. It's not the end of the world. I mean, if they just steal a Rubblebelt Recluse, it's not like we're done. Thanks for the follow, Aiden1024. Hoping they're just gonna like give their Courier Vigilance and that's it. No. Yeah, they decided just not to attack with it. That's interesting. That is interesting. Well, I think I probably just play Burning Tree Vandal here. Looting seems appealing. It gives us another creature. I guess the Grudion might even just be a better attacker here, but... yeah, they have the mana now to manipulate 1 creature. I would have liked that 5th land, ideally, but, you know, okay. They're digging for Mass Manipulation, I think. Yeah. So, once again, they have the mana to take 1 creature. Yeah, we could use the mana for Get the Point now. That's for sure. So I think we play our Spewer and our Grudian here and pass. All this evasion. Ooh, Flames of the Razeboar. I guess that would have just killed, like... I mean, it would have been a 2-for-1. Yeah, that's not good. Drawing all these cards isn't great news for us. The good news is, one of the good things is we can now trigger Spectacle without too much effort, thanks to Spewer. Okay. Yeah, it's nuts with High Alert, that's for sure. Okay, well, I think we probably just attack with the Grudian, then play the Reveler and Plague White, most likely. We might decide to skewer something. Maybe I rummage. Maybe I should rummage. I can finish off one of these with skewer, potentially. So I think I'm actually just going to attack with everything. Yeah. And discard. I think I'm going to discard this Plague White. Man. Hitting that 5th land. So we're going to be playing our Reveler to rummage, too. Okay. So... yeah, this actually should work out pretty well. They could have a counterspell. And that's definitely true, but at least Quench won't work. They need Thought Collapse. Oh, good, they don't have it. And then we're going to play Rix Mahdi. Discard one of these Recluses. Holding onto it is tempting, but when we're stuck on 3 cards with 5 mana, like... okay, that's good. I think we kind of had to do it. I guess I could have waited a turn and discarded all the cards I couldn't play, but I think what we did was fine. Mass Manipulation, maybe? It's definitely possible. Yeah. Why not, you know? Why wouldn't that be what's going to happen? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think we play our Recluse. Get some damage on the board. There's not really a good block to be had, like if the Grudian attacks me. It's like, I kind of have to take the 2. I may just want to leave him back so that my Roboboat Recluse has to attack into it, but we can actually use Get the Point to get around that, hopefully. Oh, another one. Maybe that's just better. Probably is just better. I could still decide to Get the Point. But I think I'm okay with this plan. We do kind of have to hope they don't have a counterspell, but hey. Okay, if we can play Ill-Gotten Inheritance, we make the clock sort of get cut in half, so I think that's going to be tempting for next turn, unless they play something we have to kill with Get the Point, which is, of course, possible. Yeah, he may have a Quench. What? What? They have 2 mass manipulations. We've had cast 4 or 5 times on us today. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Beating 1 manipulation is doable. Beating 2 is impossible. Oh, man. We're going to end up going 2 and 2 with this one, too. Oh, you know what? I gave myself 2 and 3 earlier when I was 2 and 2. I forgot you only get 2 losses here. So, a little better. Slightly better record. Alright, I think this is definitely a keep. We've got Rakdos Trumpeter and Skewers and whatnot. I think that's a pretty good starting hand. Oh my god. We beat Mass Manipulation. It was horrible luck for our opponent to have 2 of those and draw both of them. Nope, couldn't do anything about it. That's what's so frustrating. Alright, a 3rd land would be great. It would let us enable playing Blade Juggler on turn 3, but I guess even if we don't... oh, God. Why? Why is this happening? Thank you for the cheers, Sinister. Okay, well that works. Yeah, so I think we just attack and then play Blade Juggler here. Yeah, he was pretty much going to draw at least 1 for sure. We looked like we were going to maybe be able to beat 1. That's what's frustrating. But then when the second one came down, it was like, you've stolen 4 of my creatures this game. That is a large creature. So I think I skewer this Rebel Belt Runner. And attack for 1. And we take 4 here. We need to get the point mana to take it down. I think we'll probably get there. I haven't made any horrible misplays today. So at least that part is not happening. Oh, that's not good. Dealing with 2 4/4s. Yep. So I think we play our Recluse and just hope he's big enough to make my opponent shy away from attacking us. Like, if they have a fight card, if they have Savage Smash here, even if they have that, they have to 2-for-1 themselves against the 6/5, so there's that. There's not a lot else they could have that could kill him, short of a combat trick. Combat trick of some kind would do it. Okay, so I'm gonna block this. There's a good chance they have a combat trick. The +3/+3 trick will blow us out here, yeah. I think we had to do it, though. Because if we could have killed 1 and then killed the other with Get the Point, we would have been in really good shape. But that is not how things went. I'm kind of thinking about being aggressive here, playing Blade Juggler, attacking and playing the second Blade Juggler. Maybe I just play the second Blade Juggler and don't attack, huh? Yeah. I think that's reasonable. I gotta kill one of these in combat and kill the other one with get the point, or we're just gonna die. Yep. Yeah, we've just been on our back foot this whole game. Yeah, this is actually a pretty bad matchup for us because we don't have that many cards that can kill these things. So we have a better matchup against the decks that like to play smaller creatures. So, that in mind. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really anything we have worth citing in. I thought maybe we had a beefier creature somewhere, but we don't really. Gore-Clan Wrecker is the closest thing. The Shade, I guess. No. Yeah, Grudions are... Yeah, that's our way of dealing with it. That's for sure. So, if we lose this one, we'll have gone a combined 4 and 4 today, which... Again, at least we're not losing more than we win. I think that's a pretty good hand. We have a Grudion. We have some early plays, too, that can maybe help us out. Another Grudion. That's good, too. That is good. I think we attack. There's a good chance to go with a trade here, but yeah, I would have been okay with it. I wish I had a Blade Juggler instead of a Grudion, but hey. No, it's not too bad. It's just been a while since I've done more than break even. And so it's getting a little frustrating, but it happens. I mean, I was on a really good hot streak for a while, and, you know, things even out. So, yeah, I think we just attack with the white here. And play another Grudion. We gotta just try to run them over. Especially since they're stuck on 2 lands, though. I was gonna say, they're a Gruul deck, so being stuck on 2 wouldn't be that big of a deal, and they also have opened the gates, so. There you go. What we really need to do is get our big guy so Flames of the Raise board does what we want it to. So I think I'm going to Grotesque Demise, Gravelhide, and attack with everything here. Right. Getting them down lower on life does give us a shot at sort of burning our way out of this, or ill-gotten inheritanceing our way out of this. If we have to play Flames of the Raise board here just to kill something, that's okay, obviously. The dream is to kill lots of stuff with it, but we only have 3 creatures who activate it. So there's a good chance that the right thing to do here will just be to play Flames of the Raise board. Yeah, that's not what we want. Good thing our Hoopo has a snorkel and goggles, because we're flooding. Well, I don't think it's worth using. I can just trade for this thing if I want to. I think we hold on to the Flames. I have so many more cards than we do. Yeah, I'll just take this. This can kill an airing, so I forgot about it. So it does have that going for it. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. Okay. I can use it to trade with something. I guess if I have a million mana, I could pump it and use Flames of the Raised Boar. I can still block and use Flames of the Raised Boar, but that doesn't really seem worth it. Alright, so I'm going to block here and try to just trade. I think you can use the emotes on other streams once you have them. So Combat Trick here blows us out, of course. Yeah. We need to draw a big guy and then like get another turn to use Flames of the Raised Boar. Yeah, we're just gonna have to use it to kill this guy when it comes down and go to 4 here. Man, it just feels like it really has been piling on. And I think both decks today were reasonably good. Certainly capable of 3 and 2, but it's not going to happen with either of them. Yeah, that's not going to help us. That's not when you want to draw a Gotten Inheritance. So yeah, 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 today for a total of 4 and 4. That probably still has us in 59% is the good news. So we'll stay there, but you know, we were at 59.6 or something. Man, this has been frustrating lately. It's like, yeah. I've played a couple of drafts on Magic Online that I didn't record or stream or anything, and I went 2 and 1 in both of them. And maybe I should switch back to Magic Online for a bit, you know? Oh, we do actually have enough gems. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, I'll have to buy more gems. It hurts. That hurts me. All right, well, thanks for those of you who dropped by the stream today. I'll be back tomorrow at around 8 a.m. Eastern Time, hopefully, to do a little better than 4 and 4. I also won some games from variants, Zach, so kind of it evens out probably, but I would like to do better than 4 and 4, but you know, it could be worse. So thanks for all of you who stopped by. I hope you have a nice rest of your Saturday, and then hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. And thanks again, Sinister, for all of your support, and the rest of you too. But obviously, as you all know, Sinister has given a lot of it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm sick of 2 and 2.